What's up? It's Chris Nunn with Seven Sounds Productions. This is the video tutorial Mixing 101. And in this particular one, we're going to be talking about arrangement. Now, if you're just there to mix a song, you're hired to mix a song, or your arrangement is already set in your own song, then you don't really have to worry about this too much. You can make probably, if you have that freedom in the relationship with the client or whoever you're mixing for, or you have ownership of the song you're mixing, or you have access to your original files that you mix for your own song, then you can make suggestions or go ahead and mess with the arrangement. But if you're in more of a mixer producer type, then this arrangement comes into more play, because aside from simply mixing separate channels and groups and getting the levels and all the other stuff, another technical aspect of, I think, that kind of crosses over between producing and creating and the song and mixing is arrangement. And if you're you have the freedom to play with the arrangement, or you want to do hey, let me just do this separate mix, so I have the mix that the client wants, straight up the way they deliver it, and then you can do, if you have time, give them a different take on the song by doing a little bit of arranging. And sometimes that could be adding or switching out sounds, or having studio musicians come in and play some things that were maybe produced electronically, or just different things. But also the format of the song, intro, verse, chorus, ABC or ABC, ABCD, whatever, depending on what you want to do. If you have a hook separate from the chorus and a bridge in there, then okay, different things, or those might be things you need to add to give the song more movement, and that may be the reason why you're looking to adjust the arrangement of the song to keep it interesting and keep it in a certain format. Maybe it's a certain genre that has a certain format, and this song is you want this song to be played on the radio or in the mainstream. Then, and there are formats out there, and there are certain left and right limits as far as the length of the song, and common expectations that the listener will have for that genre and for that station. So that plays a big part. So I will attempt. Oops, I had this playing. That's my OBS station showing, but I'll maximize this a little bit, and let's see if I can do this on the fly. So one of the cool things about Cubase is it has a thing called the Arranger track and project, and I think it's really cool. Let's move this up here, and with this you can add in points of the song, and you can kind of write, pretty much write an arrangement there, and have it B, C. So that'll be, the verse, or we'll say intro, verse, chorus, and bridge, right? So technically A is normally, I believe, verse, but for this tutorial it's going to be the intro. So normally the intro is 17 bars for me. So let's see.
Jesus, I am yours and you are mine. And these people, they seek us out, so shine your light. Lord, I want to shine your light. I can't do this unless you help me do this, help me do this. Shine, 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 Lord. You bless
So yeah,
those
that
who
was
are
right.
poor.
So that's my intro. Going into the verse.
Realize their need for you, for the kingdom is theirs, the kingdom is ours, the kingdom is yours. Yes, and God, you
Here's my
bless
verse,
those
so
who
I know
mourn.
it's
Yes,
gonna go
those
about
who
right
mourn,
there.
mourn, for they shall be
All right.
comforted.
So like I say, this is probably the hook
Comforted by you,
starting.
Lord. God blesses
All right.
those who are humble, for they will inherit the
So
earth.
the hook ends at
And
65.
God blesses those who hunger and
So
thirst
I'll move
for
that
justice, for they will be
right
satisfied.
there.
And God blesses those who show mercy, for they will be shown mercy, mercy, mercy. And God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see light. Help shine your light. Without you, I
So
can't
this is actually a bridge right here. So I'm gonna just move this right there. Let's go right here.
God bless you.
So, all right. So that's my verse.
Jesus,
Okay, so
and you are mine.
I've added a.
And these people, they seek us.
So I went ahead and added everything in there, and so you have your intro, my A, my B is my verse, my C is my chorus, my D is my bridge, or kind of like a break in a song, and then I went back to a verse, and back to the chorus, and then the outro, which is kind of like an extended chorus. But with this, I can oh, here it is right here. So I can have it to where, say if I wanted to excuse me, switch it around, I can go in and pretty much automate, what sections and how many times I want it to play.
Jesus,
So
I am yours and you are mine. And these people, they seek us out. So shine your light. Lord, I want to shine your light. But I can't do this unless you help me do this, help me do this. Shine, 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 Lord. You bless those who are poor and realize their need for you, for the kingdom is theirs, the kingdom is ours, the kingdom is yours. Yes, and God, you bless those who mourn. Yes, those who mourn, for they shall be comforted by you, Lord.
oh, there we go. I was like, what am I doing
God
wrong?
blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the earth, the whole earth. And God
There we go. So say I wanted to, just have it play in this sequence. It'll play in that sequence now, which I think is a pretty, and you can, control the number of times it plays and stuff like that. And you can kind of play around with the song to see, what it would sound like if you move the verse here, or the hook there, or you can have maybe a part of a verse here or part of a chorus there. But I'm sure most DAWs can do that. And if your DAW doesn't have an arranger track, you can, as long as everything is printed out and you don't have a bunch of automation, sometimes that doesn't get copied over, but you can just you can cut down all through so say I have this A right here, I can just go all the way down and have every part cut and just move it over, and see what it sounds like, and then kind of do your crossfades to make sure, if you have a final mix or final arrangement that you like, just make sure each transition from part to part is smooth and there's no cracks and pops, and do that by crossfading, and maybe I might have to mute some things and play around with the mix to make sure it just sounds smooth as it transitions from song part to song part. So Yeah, I do. So yeah, the rig started there.
And realize the need for you, for the kingdom is theirs, the kingdom is ours, the kingdom is yours. Yes, and God, you bless those
So
who
theoretically, it should go now to the intro after it gets to the end of uh, this verse.
by you, Lord. God blesses those who are humble, for they will inherit the earth, the whole earth. And God blesses those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. And God blesses those who show mercy, for they will be
All right,
shown mercy.
moment of truth. Do I know how to use this? Maybe I don't. We'll see. It's been a while.
Will see God, and He alone is worthy. Jesus,
Yeah, see. So
I am yours.
now I really wouldn't have it go from the verse back to the intro, but maybe in a remix and it had some other stuff going on, and that might be cool. But anyway, so that's an example of arrangement and why you would at the beginning I said why you would want to do some arranging, and auto and DAWs are getting so great now. Computers have made a lot of things possible that it would take days and or hours, if not days to do a long time ago, or at least lots of work. And it's as easy as just making an automation track and then writing out what you want the DAW to do, or copy and pasting, cutting, copying and pasting, and just being careful and paying attention to what you're copying and pasting, what you're moving, barring tempo changes and other things like that you might have to deal with for hip hop and most electronic based music. Everything's pretty much quantized and on tempo as long as it was recorded right and on tempo, or you have the right tempo. Then moving things around should be quite simple. But if it's not, then you have to take those things into consideration too. You may want to explore quantizing the audio or quantizing your arrangement overall into something that's more manageable if you want to move things around. Otherwise you have to go back and play it, or have the artist re-record it and rearrange it the old school way. So which is, hey, come on in and try it again and just try to move the chorus over here or the hook over there, and which I'm sure that's still done, especially in other genres of writing where they have the freedom to do that in the studio time to do that. And or if you're a songwriter, you and a guitar and a singer, you can just, hey, try these things out. But as far as mixing and arranging goes, that is just a long-winded explanation of what it is and how it can be useful. So, all right, Chris Nunn out.